type shit. I'm gonna have my sunglasses on. What's up, you guys? This is the Livin Room Podcast, but cooler because, I have sunglasses on today.
To the newest episode of the Livin Room Podcast.
Welcome.
Episode 29, I guess?
Question mark? Sounds right to me.
It'll be right on the title card.
It'll be. If it's wrong, I'll correct this later.
But yeah, new episode.
I know
Still
what the fuck going on.
in the studio.
Yeah, live from the studio, part 2.
Live from the studio, part 2.
Yeah.
Because, the living room is getting renovated and the guys should stop coming.
Apparently, renovations take a long time.
No matter how simple you think it is.
I thought, it'd be like a 3
takes
or 4 or
forever.
5 day thing. But you ever watch House Hunters and they're like, oh, we're going to have a 6-week timeline. It's like, that seems like it's a lot. But no, it'd be taking
It's
6
not a lot
weeks.
of time.
Maybe longer.
But they be doing like whole houses or multiple
that's fair.
spaces. But I guess they are doing multiple spaces. They're just all on the same floor.
Yeah, they're doing the whole level of the home.
Yeah, but that's like the smallest level though.
That's fair. Well, is it smaller than the main level? The one when you walk in?
Maybe they're equal.
Maybe.
But no, I think it's, I don't know. Because the rooms aren't straight, I guess, downstairs. They're kind of,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I have to look at the floor plans. But,
Sorry for slurping in your ears.
So we're still in the studio
In the studio,
doing podcast stuff.
podcasting it up, living our lives,
Working.
Always working, because you need that money, or else we wouldn't be here in the
That is very
studio.
true. Very true. Well, what have you been up to,
Shit.
Anything exciting?
It's funny. I actually saw something that made me make an interesting correlation earlier. It was like a video, and it was like walking by a YN, and he kind of like was walking by, and then he kept like looking at him and freaking like kept like watching to make sure he wasn't doing nothing.
Yeah.
And it like made me feel like YNs are kind of like ducks or geese. It's like you never know what kind of like time they on when you walk by, and it's like some ducks might motherfucking quack quack at you. Some geese might give me your fucking food, bitch.
I feel like I don't feel that way when I see like one, but I feel like if I see a group,
oh yeah.
I'm like,
if I see 3 niggas and shiesties, I'm just going the opposite direction.
yeah.
Call me.
I don't want to go where they're going.
I'm not going over there. Why are you guys wearing shiesties? Why are 3 of you guys wearing shiesties? That means
I
y'all
feel
planning
like,
something.
yeah, I feel so bad for like teenagers now because they really don't have a place to go. They just lurk, I don't want to say
Not
lurk. That's probably not the right word.
That sounds so villainous.
Well, you said you don't know what time they be on, so.
Especially if you're wearing a shiesty. Like, cause what are you doing? I don't trust anybody wearing a baklava in broad daylight because why are you hiding that much of your face?
Yeah. I don't know. Part of me thinks they probably like it for fashion, but I'm just like, I don't know. Especially if it's a whole group of you.
Yeah.
But, dang, I saw this TikTok and I totally forgot. I was going to say it. I just freaking went out of my head. It was about the YNs, but.
They be out there.
I did see
acting like
how
geese.
White people they're like, white people, this isn't your past to say nigga. Like, you can't say YN.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? That's a good point.
Can say YP,
I don't think I've ever
A young
heard
person.
a white person say YN.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
But I also don't talk to a lot of white people, so
I talk to a lot of white people.
Okay.
But I don't think they're the type to try it.
Yeah.
I don't have any wiggers on the roster.
They probably don't even know what a YN is,
Yeah. Maybe I should do that for my Instagram. Do you know what a YN is? Just record on my white clients.
Ask your white clients.
Yeah. Or it'd be like, my
Young
client's
nail tech?
nails and how they answer to what does YN mean.
Now, that would
I
be
feel like
good.
at least one will know.
They'd be like, oh.
And I know the one that will know. I know who she is.
She'll be like, a young...
She probably won't say the word.
Can't say
but
it,
I feel like she probably would know what it
You're going to start laughing. Like,
means.
You know what it means, Kyla.
Just one specifically. I fuck with her though.
That'd be funny.
Yeah, but yeah. I don't know what I've been up to. Watching First 48. Not watching First 48.
Well, you said that you were gonna take a break. Has your break been successful so far? Like, have you watched any First 48 since you took your break?
I think that Sunday I watched First 48. Since then, I have not watched it.
Okay, well, look at you.
Almost a week.
Thank you, everybody in the living room, for keeping her accountable for not watching the First 48.
I don't know. I feel like sometimes true crime can kind of drag you down, but you don't really notice. So I'd be trying to take a break because it's heavy, especially First 48. Especially that episode. I don't even know if I told you about it. I was talking to Keisha about it today, but there's this guy, and it's just a whole thing. I'll just it's a very complex First 48 episode. I don't want to say complex, but it's multi-layered.
That's the thing about First 48 is that it's real people doing real stuff. Yeah. So like they could have like motives, stuff like dang, like I think he was right and he was right, or they were both wrong, or it's like I don't know. And
it's like it was okay. I'll try to run it down as quick as I can. But there is a shooting, obviously, because that's how it starts. They're in Tulsa, of course, ghetto capital of the Midwest.
The ghetto capital.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I didn't even... Because I feel like every time you hear about Tulsa, it's about the race riots. Yeah. But when I think of Tulsa now, I think of the race riots first. No, I think of First 48 first and the race riots immediately after. And I'm like, the freaking ancestors are mad. That's why all this is happening. But yeah, Tulsa seems like a dangerous place. But anyway,
I don't want nothing to do with Tulsa. Even like besides like the freaking violence, like freaking white people. Like
I feel like that'd be like Charleston. Like you go there. And
I'm saying that feels like going somewhere intentionally racist. Like
it feels like going somewhere and your body's like you don't belong here. I don't see how black people grow up in Charleston, but anyway,
it's funny. My supervisor, who's from Guam, but I think she said she was born in Charleston, and I was like, that's funny.
Yeah, freaking Keisha is from Charleston, but
I would say shout out Charleston, but no.
I'm willing to try it again because the weather was kind of nasty. So, but I'll try it one more time, and if I still feel
when
that
I
way,
went, the weather was nasty. Maybe Charleston has got nasty weather. If you're from Charleston, let us know. Is your weather nasty?
Well, maybe it's the time of year. Because I feel like when we went, it was hurricane season. So, not that it was a hurricane happening, but I feel like hurricane season is just like kind of rainy.
I mean, I feel like I go during like the summer. And I feel like summer is kind of hurricane season. Like
it is, yeah. Hurricane season is from June until November.
Yeah.
That's like almost half the year.
Maybe it's the time of year, and maybe... Fucking Charleston's not like the UK where it's just fucking gray all the time.
Yeah.
But it definitely rained last time. Even like before I went with you, it was raining last time I went. Cause I remember buying an umbrella. So let us know.
You can buy those.
Is Charleston like the UK or does it have sunny days some days? I don't know.
Yeah. People go there all the time. They're like, the seafood's so good and blah, blah, blah. But it's usually white people that say that. So, hey, absolutely not.
Hello, Hazel.
You have to be quiet. But anyway, back to the First 48. We got so sidetracked. But they're in Tulsa, of course. This guy was in somebody else's apartment. He got shot, like, I don't know, 6-7 times.
Damn.
And I thought that was going to be the case.
Yeah.
Because if somebody gets shot that many times, I don't think they're going to die. Unless they're 50 Cent. But, so, basically, he let this guy borrow his car, this guy named Courtney. And Courtney is on drugs, obviously. Half the people in this episode are on drugs. And he borrowed the guy's car, and someone took the keys from him because they thought he was inebriated, which he probably was.
Probably.
And he told the guy whose car he borrowed, which why would you let a crackhead borrow your car? Respectfully. But my mom did that, though.
I feel like only crackheads do that. Not that your mom's a crackhead.
No, like, she was just dating one.
Freaking, why on earth would I give a crackhead my vehicle? But I guess
I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. They're both Libras.
Yeah.
Oh, no! Not another correlation. Not both. Never mind. But anyway.
Libras love crackheads.
I didn't say it.
Anyway, back to first 48.
Yeah. But what happened? Oh, so basically, Courtney was borrowing the guy's car. A friend of his thought he was inebriated, took the keys from him. The guy whose car it was went to get the keys from the apartment that they thought she was in, but she wasn't in there. And the guy just busted in there. The guy inside was like, "We got women and children in here. Like, what the fuck?" So he basically shot back in self-defense. But then the street started talking, and they thought Courtney set him up, which Courtney didn't. And he was talking to the investigator. She's like, "Look, I need a GPS tracker, ankle monitor, or something, because they're going to try and kill me. And I need a ticket to California with my sister." So they're like, "Look, go to your mom's house. Just don't come out. Don't do any crazy shit. Just stay in the house." They finally get back to him a week later. He's missing. He's missing. And it turns out the cousins of the guy that got shot thought Courtney set him up, and they like tortured him like all night. And there's a rumor that they fed him to pigs, because pigs eat anything. So and they can digest almost anything. No. They found him in the same like city as the pigs were, but they found out one of the dudes that killed him used to live down there. So he basically left him where he used to live and set him on fire. Like, they showed his body and everything. I was like, damn.
They showed the body. That's crazy.
Because he was like this, but he was burnt. And I was like, damn. That was the episode where I was like, I should probably stop watching this for a while. Because they always talk about it on TikTok. And I've never seen it myself. And I was like, oh, this is an episode. It was a 2-part episode, as a matter of fact, which I've never seen that before. But yeah.
That's how juicy it was.
R.I.P. Courtney. R.I.P. And that investigator felt so bad. He felt so guilty. He's like, he literally, like, he didn't say it out loud, but Courtney literally asked him for help. Like, he's like, I can help you solve so many unsolved murders, but I just need protection. But yeah. But the people that killed him were also crackheads. So they were talking about they were doing cocaine. I was like, y'all can't afford cocaine.
It's cocaine derivative. I mean, it's cocaine adjacent.
But anyway, that was a long intro, but whatever.
First 48 is crazy. Man. The detectives, they detect stuff with facts. You know what has facts? Us. We're a fact cast because we're a podcast who gives you guys facts.
We used to have a podcast that was just facts. Her and I can't remember his last name, but his first name is Eddie. But I'm assuming she doesn't do that anymore because Horrible Decisions is blowing up. But anyway, that's not the point.
But I could do that.
Yeah.
But
I love facts.
Here's our little snack facts for the day. Let's start with you. What's your fact?
That meth mouth isn't directly caused by meth.
First off, what the fuck is meth mouth?
Like, when you see somebody and their teeth are like decaying. Not everybody, but it's like somebody
I get it.
That are on drugs, and they like that guy on Love After Lockup, JK, meth mouth.
No, I've definitely seen people who do drugs like that have fucked up, mouths.
But they said it's not directly caused by meth. It's kind of like, I want to say kind of like a side effect maybe, because they said some people just like, because they're so in the throes of their meth addiction, they just don't like take care of their mouths, and they're eating like sweets and stuff, so they
got cavities and shit.
Yeah, and they're decaying, and that's how they get.
Because cavities like hurt, like.
Yeah, but when you're on meth, I'm sure you don't feel anything.
That's fair. It hurts less to not do meth than it does to have cavities.
Yeah, but that's my fact.
Interesting.
I remember it would be my fact last episode, but I forgot, so I made sure I wrote it on my notes today.
So it sounds like you can do meth and have perfectly healthy teeth.
Yeah, you just have to
gotta brush them.
Because this one girl,
just fucking brush them.
Because I listened to this podcast called Science Versus, and they do like different topic. And one of the topics last season was meth, and I was like, I don't listen to this. I know about meth, but not like scientifically.
I've seen Breaking Bad.
Yeah, so they said that about meth mouth, and they literally had people call in that used to be on meth and give their kind of testimonials or whatever. And this one girl was like, I was so scared of meth mouth that when I was doing meth, I made sure I brushed my teeth every fucking day. Like, I did not want that to happen to me. And I was like, wow, that's interesting.
Hey, I'm on meth, but I still brush my teeth, okay?
Yeah. But what about you? What's your fact?
My fact? I I'm gonna tell you the story about how it came up, and if for some fucking reason you're watching Seinfeld right now, so sorry. I'm gonna spoil the ending for you. Fucking, I was watching Seinfeld and they got arrested. And they got arrested for something called, it's the finale. They got arrested for something called the Good Samaritan law. And they live in New York, which is an infamously insensitive city.
Yeah. I was just talking to somebody about that the other day. I was like, I bet this could happen in New York and nobody would even give a fuck.
Nobody give a fuck. Infamously, they just don't give a shit about anything.
Everybody has somewhere to go.
So they ended up in Massachusetts and they watched some guy get robbed. And then Kramer was, recording it, and then they were literally mocking the guy the whole time.
Not early TikTok.
Because he was fat, and friggin' they were like...
The guy that was getting mobbed?
Yeah. They were like, oh, friggin', that's less money for food, blah, blah, blah. And they were just, literally just fucking roasting this guy the whole time he was getting robbed. And then the fat guy, I guess, sees them, and then they're walking away, and the cop's like, hey, you're under arrest. And they're like, fuck, for fucking what? What did we do? And they're like, there's something called the Good Samaritan law, where if you see somebody who is like a victim of crime, you have a legal obligation to help them, or else you yourself can be, fined or, jailed.
I feel like I just shouldn't have maybe a moral obligation, but legal?
Legal. They said they will take legal action against you if you do not help stop a crime you are witnessing. And I was like,
what? So if someone's getting murdered in front of me, I'm supposed to stop them?
Well,
what if they murder me?
I'm gonna go into it, right? Because I looked it up because I was like, that can't be real.
No,
but it is.
I don't know. New York is kind of head ass like that.
No, it's everywhere. It's not just New York. It's just fucking a state. It's a law in the fucking United States. Now, different states have like different interpretations of it, but this says there's like 3 different types of it. It's called the Good Samaritan law. The first part stops like civilians from being liable from lawsuits if they're trying to help somebody. Like, let's say you're dying on the ground and I give you CPR and I crack your rib by accident. You can't sue me for that because
I thought you always crack your rib when you do CPR.
Not always, but I mean it's possible. Like you definitely can. And if I'm giving you CPR and I crack your rib, you can't sue me for that because the Good Samaritan law. I was trying to fucking save your life, you dickhead. And another one is it helps, like, let's say we're together doing crack cocaine, right? And I start to overdose. You can call like the cops on 911 and say, hey, he's overdosing, we were doing crack, and you won't go to jail because you were trying to stop him from overdosing. Because before that happened, people were like just not calling the cops because like
they were scared.
They're like, I'm not gonna go to jail because you overdose, But now they won't go to jail because they're reporting that.
That's good. It takes the pressure off.
The third part is the part I was talking about, where if you see, a active crime, and it's different in different states, but one of the states that has it is like Vermont, where it says if you see like somebody actively committing a crime, you have like an obligation to stop them. But it does say up to the point of bodily injury. So like, let's say like, I don't know, I guess if I see a 20-year-old skinny girl robbing a 90-year-old lady with her hands, I can say, hey, stop.
Yeah,
but if I see, then it's different. Then it's just like, hey, you can like, but they still say you do have to call the cops though. So you have to do something. You can't just sit there and fucking watch them. You have to, or else you are legally under, I don't know, prosecution. And I was like, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy because I don't know what I would do. I hope I never witness a crime like that. Cause I
probably would call the cops. Honestly, I mean, if I see somebody, I mean, it depends. I mean, I don't know. Like if it's like something small, I might be like whatever. But if I see somebody getting like stabbed to death, I might be like 911.
Yeah, I might like run somewhere else. 911. This nigga is getting stabbed to death, bro.
Yeah.
Damn.
But yeah, the Good Samaritan law is goddamn real, and in most places, a lot of places, you're obligated to at least call the cops if you see an act of crime or you get in trouble. That's my fact. It's called the Good Samaritan law. Look it up, dudes.
Well, that was a good fact,
Thank you.
Seinfeld teaching stuff.
Really? Because I was like, that cannot be real. That got to be fake. And it was not.
That's why I watch TV to learn. But anyway. Next we have, what grind your gears. Thanks, Seth MacFarlane.
Shout out.
I wonder if he made that up.
I mean, first time I heard it was on goddamn Family
Guy,
so,
but you never know.
Don't sue me.
I'm sure he's busy doing something else.
Yeah, not doing American Dad.
Yeah. But wait. I don't know. I know American Dad went back to Fox, but I don't know if he's involved.
Yeah, I'm not sure actually.
But,
I just assumed he was.
He's still making money though. But anyway, what's been grinding your gears this week?
That's been grinding my gears. This is kind of a little preview to the future, but dancing niggas. Goddamn, they just freaking.
Oh God.
And it's just like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Like, I don't understand. Yeah, but like, and they be dancing so hard, and it's just like
they're real committed.
I don't know. I do respect you a little bit because it's like you really do be putting, you be trying that hard, but at the same time, like, I don't know. If I had a child, I was like, hey, I want to go to be a dancer. It's like, I'm gonna respect it. I'm gonna let you do what you do, but I'm being in my mind like, for real? Seriously? Name one famous dancer.
But what if somebody did that when you said you want to be an artist? They could have said that.
I can name 80 million famous artists.
Yeah,
I can't
because
name
you're
one famous dancer. Even if I wasn't an artist,
they're dancers, so they would probably name.
If I was a pedestrian, I would know Pablo Picasso. I'd know Van Gogh. I'd know.
Would you?
I would definitely know who Van Gogh was at least.
The American education system? Do they even teach art anymore?
That's fair. We do live in America.
They don't even teach cursive anymore. Like, you really think they're teaching about artists?
But when I was growing up, we had art in school, okay?
Back in my day.
Sorry you guys don't have art anymore because, Trump does not like things that,
I wonder if he did get rid of art.
I don't know.
But who knows?
But anyway.
No one in the White House looks artistic.
But yeah, goddamn dancing niggas always goddamn. It's just like, I don't know. I just don't be impressed. Like, I've never seen.
Well, also, you're not, like,
I guess, but like I feel like even like people aren't artists see art and like, wow, it's so cool. But I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I have seen some niggas dance and I'm like, all right. Like I respect the Jabberwockies. I think they be doing cool stuff,
I feel like the Jabberwockies do what they be doing on the dancing nigga movies, but just cleaner.
I mean, maybe that's the difference. Niggas need to be cleaner with their shit.
Just racist.
Maybe they need to be cleaner. How about that? I mean, I don't know. We'll get more into it later on. But dancing niggas, they've been grinding my gears lately. Sorry if you watch this podcast and you're dancing, nigga. I don't know what to say. Oh God. But it's been grinding your gears.
I don't know.
That's
myself.
Your gears? Not yourself. Why has yourself been grinding your gears?
Just, I don't know. Just been thrown off of my routine lately. I just haven't picked it back up. So it's just annoying.
I mean, it's not entirely your fault.
Yeah, but I should try harder. Like, I got my gym card and I still haven't gone.
I thought you went one day.
No. Because when I went, was that Monday and I got it? But I don't know. It just didn't really make sense for my schedule. And then that's when I realized, like, I'm just going to have to start waking up at the ass crack of dawn to get anything done. Because by 4 o'clock, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to think about anything. I just want to sit down and watch the first 48 and have something to eat. I want to do shit. And I want to take a nap. So, yeah. I'm going to have to reprioritize.
Yeah, I feel it. But it's so hard to start waking up in the morning because I've been trying to get up at 8 o'clock every morning. I swear to God, I try, but it just does not work. I don't know what's wrong with my body.
Yeah, because I feel like I already wake up early for me, but I could wake up earlier. Because like I usually wake up at like 9:30, but I feel like if I wake up an hour earlier, I would be set. And then eventually, maybe start waking up at 7:30. Especially if I'm gonna like actually go to the gym.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm trying to reprioritize my life.
I'm trying to start getting up at 8. 7 would be,
But see, for you,
crazy.
8 would be plenty of time because you don't have to work until 12, And then, and you don't have to commute either. So you have right up until 12. Literally. But with me, I got to calculate, the drive. Traffic. And then I'm driving further out now. So.
Hope you don't need gas. Then you got to factor in gas time.
Yeah, and then I'm notorious for that. Well, notorious with myself. But I will be like, I'll just get gas in the morning. And then I'm like, I'm running late. And then I'm like, I need gas.
Everyone knows you play yourself when you say, I'm going to get gas in the morning. And then because you're going to be behind. It's like, I'll get up early. No, you're not.
Yeah.
You're
That's
lying
why,
to yourself.
Last night, after I was done with my nails, I clearly not done, but done for the night. Mm-hmm. And I literally put myself in the car last night because I'm like, if I don't do it now, I'm going to forget. And then I'm going to leave this shit. Yeah. And I'm not as close as I was before. So it's not as easy to double back. And then my first client was brand new, so I wanted to be prepared.
Yeah, on time, That's a good
early, because you never know. Because there's some clients that come early, some clients that are usually a couple minutes late, and there's some clients that are right on time. Okay. And I don't know what kind of client she is, because it's my first time. But that's what's been guiding my gears myself. I'm trying to get more motivation.
I feel you.
Haven't worked out in 2 weeks.
I feel like once you leave your parent and school and stuff, it's I don't know, that's when life becomes super real, because now it's literally everything you do is up to you now. If you want to do some shit, if you want to get up at freaking 8 o'clock in the morning, your mom 9 o'clock in the morning, get up, you got school in the morning. No, you don't live with your mom no more. You got to get yourself the fuck up and say, hey, I got to get up and go grind today. Yeah. And that shit is kind of tough at first, Yeah.
But yeah, I'm trying to get it together.
I feel you. Well, I know earlier I said this is a little sneak peek into the future. We actually watched some dancing nigga movies recently. 2 of the most popular. I like to think the most popular
for black people.
Yeah, for the Negroes. I don't know if white people.
For people that like that genre.
What you guys watch? Dirty Dancing? I don't know what fucking.
I guess so.
White people watch for
dancing. You should watch
movies.
Dirty Dancing and see if it fits the same storyline.
Yeah, gotta see. Never seen it either. Yeah. Watch it during White History Month. Oh, Footloose. Okay.
White History Month.
That's all the months that aren't goddamn.
Time. I'm sure there's some denomination of white people that has this month too, but who knows? Yeah.
It's Scottish month, Irish History Month, potatoes and shit.
I love potatoes.
But yeah, we watched Stomp the Yard, and we watched
You Got Served.
Hell yeah.
For Juneteenth, even though this is coming out after.
But we had differing opinions on the movies, and we thought we'd bring that because. And
I was like, immediately stop talking. I don't want to hear any of this.
We had the goddamn, but now we're here to let you guys know what's better, Stomp in the Yard.
But I feel like they incorporated the same kind of dances they did in You Got Served, though. So I think You Got Served won.
Okay, how did You Got Served won? When they literally had only that style of dance, when they added more in the fucking You Got Served.
Well, they're not
You
in a
Got Served
fraternity.
And
Stomp the Yard. See, you can even remember the movie.
Stomp the Yard. I don't know. Stomp the Yard felt more serious to me. I guess that doesn't make it better, but I
guess I'll give you that. It seemed more mature.
You Got
But
served,
I also think it's because it had 30-year-old niggas playing college students.
No,
and just had everybody shave your beard. What? I know these niggas too old to be here.
Just a bunch of big buff ass niggas just goddamn.
Got mother's milk in there. Gosh. I know he about 40 right now, which means he was probably mid-20s then.
Probably.
I'm just kidding. I don't know how old he is,
but I don't know. I feel like I will say that I feel like they were having more fun in You Got Served. Yeah. They were really just freaking doing all stuff that. I feel like You Got Served was an unserious movie.
It was trying to be serious, but it was
2 white boys challenging me to a dance off. What the fuck?
It was written by a damn alleged pedo.
Oh no! And that's another fucking point on the goddamn Stomp the Yard. Wasn't written by pedophiles, so
you don't even know who the writer is.
I know he wasn't. Well, I don't know. I hope it wasn't.
I don't know. He was a pedophile. I said alleged.
Alleged.
I don't want to get sued, but I didn't say his name.
Alleged.
But But I don't know. I feel like they have the same storyline at the end of the day. I feel like the storyline was kind of flip flop though, because in Stomp the Yard they had the death first, and then in You Got Served they had the death last. But it still had a profound effect on the movie either way. R.I.P. Lil Saint.
Oh, only time I ever say that though.
Wow, but
dang,
I don't know. I just think maybe I'm biased too, because You Got Served has a bit of nostalgia for me, and I just watched Stomp the Yard for the first time the other day, so I didn't have an emotional connection to it.
I mean, I feel like I seen Stomp the Yard on bootleg, but like I feel like I haven't seen Stomp the Yard either. Yeah, y'all remember bootlegs? Nowadays, niggas just go online and fucking watch bootleg movies.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go to 123movies.com.
My cousin had a bootleg of Bad Boys 2, but it was horrible because the theater was full, and when they said something funny, everybody would laugh. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like a built-in laugh track? And then I think I saw somebody walk across the screen, and I was just like, I don't want to watch this.
I saw you seen the same bootleg. I swear, I feel like I seen that same shit. Yeah. When did Bad Boys 2 come out? Because I feel like I was in Connecticut when that fucking shit came out.
I don't know, maybe 2002 or something?
Yeah, because I remember I was in Connecticut during 9/11, so I was probably still there in 2002. But I remember freaking seeing the goddamn bootleg.
It says 2003.
Okay. I remember seeing the bootleg, and there was a goddamn nigga walking across the screen and shit. But I'm sure that happened in all the bootlegs, because niggas
I feel like I've seen a couple bootlegs that weren't like that. But I feel like some of the bootlegs I saw were like pirated. Like they would burn them, some of them. But yeah.
RP bootlegs, even though they're not going anywhere now. There's online bootlegs now.
You know, You Got Served is supreme.
Let us know in the comments. What do you think is better, goddamn? You Got Served or freaking... Also, there were better celebrities in Stomp the Yard. We had Neo in there.
Okay. Who is he?
Chris Brown was in there. I mean,
for 5 minutes.
I'm not a Chris Brown fan, but like, I don't know.
I know you seem pretty impressed.
Honestly, I feel like at the time, B2K was probably, not B2K.
Because they have a 4-year gap.
Impressive.
Yeah. And I feel like, honestly, they probably made You Got Served to promote B2K.
Probably. Funny having Raz B on the other side.
Yes.
The only nigga on the other team.
Hated him. Had to have hated him. Because how are all 3 of you on the opposing team? But I don't even think Raz B even danced at all until the end. Because I feel like even in the first, not Raz B, what's his name? The one that's not Lil Fizz or Omarion or Raz B. I can't remember his name now.
I'm not gonna even.
No disrespect. No disrespect. But I just can't. Jay Boogie, that's his name.
Jay Booger.
And he didn't dance until the end.
Can you dance,
I don't
Jay
think
Boogie?
he even danced like during, especially after they broke up. He didn't dance.
I'm tagging you, JB. Can you dance, Jay Boogie?
He danced at the end.
Show me a video.
And he's in B2K. Of course he can dance. That's a requirement. But had a good soundtrack though too. I feel like You Got Served had the better soundtrack than
I will give you that. You Got Served. They were freaking pump it up. I'm not a Joe Budden fan, but that's a good song. And they had other really good songs too. I was like, damn, they really
Batman fucking
they played some ludicrous song. I forgot about this freaking song. Like whoever did the soundtrack of You Got Served, you served the beats too. Yes. But, beats on broad. Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride. But yeah, good movies. I mean, Stomp the Yard is good in its own right, but if I had to choose between the two, I would pick You Got Served.
Well, everybody is entitled to their each and own incorrect opinion, and glad that you've
only seen each one, mine. So
that means I got 50-50 clear vision.
Oh, okay, I guess.
Also, they were more hardcore in Stomp the Yard. Somebody got shot immediately. Niggas were dogfighting as soon as they got into the goddamn venue. That's terrifying.
I think that was just ridiculous. A gothic breakdancing competition
underground
with cholos and stuff.
Why is there a fucking cholo at the head of your fucking dance? I've never seen.
Not that they can't dance, but he looked like he was a gang member. It's you're a gang member that can dance. I feel like they make fun of you.
Exactly. I feel like they'd be like.
They were like, that's gay.
I feel like niggas in the cartel would clown you. What the fuck? You're a dance nigga? Come on.
But I guess if he can back it up with, his gangbanging skills, it doesn't matter.
Gangbanging skills.
But that's a freaking Red flag if they can dance or skate. Shit, that too. I feel like all those movies around that time had the same kind of storyline, like loosely. Like you got served and
see, I hate dancing niggas,
Stomp
but I
the
think
yard
skating kind of cool.
And ATL. Nobody died in ATL.
Roll bounce.
I will agree. Roll bounce is in the same category. Shit, they have that on YouTube. I gotta watch that, but I forgot about that. Yeah, it was a competition, but anyway.
Type shit.
We did liquor red flags.
Yeah.
I don't know, like a couple months ago or something.
Mm-hmm.
But
Part 2, baby.
Is for black people specifically. So, what is the alcohol that black people drink that is an immediate red flag? Like,
Sorry, I didn't want to slurp in you guys' ear. But honestly, I feel like having tasted liquor myself, Casamigos. If you drink Casamigos and you think, wow, this is good, you don't have taste buds in your mouth because it's just objectively not.
Casamigos is not good.
It is just not.
No.
Like, I get everybody got different taste buds, but Casamigos literally just does not taste good.
They just drink Casamigos because it's popular. And they got good marketing.
They do. I don't know what the fuck they be doing, but you see my baddies and shit. Goddamn, Casamigos, baddie, shot o'clock. Mm-hmm. George Clooney's trying to ruin the black community.
Maybe it's tequila for white people, and we just kind of adopted it.
That's why it tastes like fucking dirt, because it's for goddamn white folks.
Like dirt.
It literally tastes like dirt.
And the Rock's tequila tastes like
people
dirt
are like,
too. Terramana. I feel like it's a personal attack when somebody is like, oh. I'm like, I want to try tequila, and they're like, what kind? I'm like, what do you have? And like, we went to the Partridge Inn, and that guy offers Casamigos, and I was like, you just called me the hard R?
Like,
the fuck?
Don't.
Wow. I think Kevin Hart's tequila is not that good either.
Gran Coromino?
Yeah. The one time I had it, I was like,
yeah,
but they're all made by the same company.
I said maybe we gotta try them again though. See, we'll do a blind tequila taste test one of these days and see which one tastes the best.
Cause we had the Blanco. I don't think I've ever had the Añejo for the Kevin Hart tequila. But
we'll do alcohol. Crystal's always shining like, y'all should do alcohol taste down. Like, why don't you do an alcohol taste test channel, Crystal? I know you watched the podcast, so this is. Maybe you should do it on your own because we believe in you too. Definitely. But yeah, goddamn, if you drink Casamigos, I'm looking at you like, especially if you think it's good. Like if you drink because it's there, that's totally different. But if you if you're at the club or shot the Casamigos, I'm like,
or you get bottle service for Casamigos.
You don't drink for real, or you got bad taste. Either way,
could be both.
Not gonna work. Sorry, twin. But what about you? What's one of your ARRFs?
Taylor Port.
Red flags. Ooh, I told you the other day, goddamn, really like Taylor Port.
And she's from Memphis, so that's all I need to know. She looks like she drinks Taylor Port.
Don't they be on First 48 too?
The earlier seasons, but I'm in the later seasons right now, like season 25, 26, 27. Well, I'm not watching it right now, but when I was watching it, it was later seasons.
Yeah.
But pre-pandemic, because that episode I was telling you about at the beginning was on election night 2016.
Wow.
When Hillary and Trump were running against each other. The downfall of America. But this is not a political podcast. But Taylor Port. I feel like if you bring it to a function, I'm a little worried about you. I'm like, are you inexperienced, or like, are you not okay? Or they sell it at Walmart, for God's sake.
I feel like, what's your intention here?
Probably to get blacked out.
Well, then do a shot.
They're gonna do a shot Taylor Port. And I can say that because I've tasted Taylor Port, and it's disgusting.
Sorry, Mike.
It's disgusting.
Because Mike like Taylor Port too. So if you watch this,
we should pick something else.
Sorry, Mike. Taylor Port is a bad choice. I just drink it.
You see, he never bring it to a function, so he know it's not. He know everybody don't like Taylor Port. I'm sure Crystal got his ass one day and said something about Taylor Port.
It's just ass. Sorry, Michael.
Yeah, but yeah, that's my red flag. Honorary mention to like E&J or Paul Mason.
Definitely Paul Mason.
Those are all old nigga liquors. Mm-hmm. I remember the first time I had alcohol, it was E&J, because I was young.
How niggardly.
And my stepdad had a bottle of it on the counter. And I always would look at it. I'm like, I wonder how that tastes.
Snuck it?
How that tastes. Yeah. Damn. And I was like...
Alky.
That was when I was in, like, 5th grade.
Damn, you was super alky.
No. I wasn't consistently drinking alcohol after that. I literally was just like, I don't want to drink this. Like,
this yeah, I bet. You're like, you sip it, you're just like, whoa, this literally doesn't taste good.
And I think I smelled it too because I didn't know any better. But that's why people were like, oh my God, it smells so strong. I'm like, why the fuck are you smelling it? Yes.
I be smelling it. Just give me a little.
If it's something new, I might smell it, but.
I'm going to still take it, but I'm
yeah. But yeah, that's my alcohol red flag.
Hey, freaking.
What did you do?
Goddamn. I feel like 211s too is a goddamn another one. I feel like if you got 211s Steel Reserve in your hand, you are a domestic abuser.
What? Like the beer?
The beer, yeah.
Oh, I thought we were just talking about liquor.
I mean, this is alcohol. I don't know. I thought it was the same
That's fair.
thing.
No, that's fair.
I don't know. I just feel like if I see you with a 211 Steel Reserve, you're a domestic abuser. Sorry. I don't know. You just look like... This looks like, I don't know.
Especially if you're wearing a wife beater.
A domestic abuser and cops. I feel like that's what I imagine if you drink that kind of beer. Like, because I don't know, like, it just looks like. Why don't you just, you don't like Corona? You don't want a Modelo?
Maybe they want something cost effective.
211 Steel Reserve.
Yeah.
Well, poor niggas are the meanest niggas, so goddamn. But rich niggas be mean too, because they're,
all niggas are mean.
Niggas do be mean.
Yes.
Poor niggas, rich niggas, niggas with a little bit of money, niggas with a little bit of money. Douchies. But yeah, if I see you drinking 211, I'm like, are you a construction worker?
That's what the YNs drink.
But even that construction workers, feel like they drink like Modelo's. Like, so it's like, what are you drinking?
I feel like they drink Bud Light.
I'm thinking about the
maybe
Mexican
ones. Oh, okay.
I'm not thinking about the whites because I guess they exist too, but I was not thinking about the white construction workers.
Because Mexican people are one of the backbones.
Even
of
I feel like
society.
with the white ones, I feel like they be hanging with Mexicans. The construction
probably
workers.
only for the free beer.
Modelo delicious, especial. On draft too. That's my jam.
I don't think I've ever had it on
That's
draft.
my alcohol green flag. If I'm somewhere and they're like, I want a Modelo on a draft, I'm like, that's a good man right there. That man has a good soul. I could look at him and tell right now he's nice because he would order a Modelo. Maybe that'll be the next one. Some alcohol green flags,
Alcohol green flags.
You got a freaking Japanese whiskey. I'm fucking with you, big dog. You're really experienced. You know what you're doing. You don't just say, I want Japanese whiskey. No, you experience it first. And you're like, you don't just know what a Japanese whiskey is. But did you have another one? Do you want to have one?
Sure, I named 3. Paul Mason, E&J.
Yeah.
Taylorport. Oh, shout out to freaking Stella Rosa. If it's a wine function and you bring Stella Rosa, I'm going to be like,
same thing with XXL because it's just like
at least that has a higher alcohol content. Stella Rosa got like 5%.
I feel like there's a balance, like that's why I don't like Taylorport because like the alcohol content is too high. Also, ports are just ass in general. But freaking XXL, yeah, it got high alcohol, but also tastes like asshole.
It tastes like alcohol in the worst.
I'd rather drink like a cab or something where it's pretty
if I'm gonna
strong.
Drink this, I might as well take a shot.
Give me a nice Zen. Yeah, give me a shot. At least I get more goddamn liquor. Now I don't go as liquid in my fucking stomach now, friggin' washing around.
Exactly.
Yeah, goddamn. There are some things that aren't like inherently black, like it doesn't say a black thing on it, but whenever you think of black people, like it's certain things that I can think of like that. What's something that you think is, it's not black, but it's definitely black? You want me to go first? One of the things I have on my list is coconut oil. Like, whenever I think coconut oil, I think black people like it immediately.
Maybe moisturizing in general?
I'm sure white folks do something. Maybe they spit on their skin. I don't know. They got come in their hands and freaking put that on their hands. I don't know what the fuck white folk do. But whenever I think of coconut oil, I think, black people. Like, I can't imagine a white person going to fucking Walmart. Yeah, I want coconut oil. Like, for what? What are you gonna do with that?
They probably use it to cook or something.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I want a more heart-healthy oil and whatever the fuck.
Goddamn coconut oil, friggin'. Yeah. Also, I don't eat meat, so maybe I'm wrong with this one. But lemon pepper wings, you know, I feel like that's definitely lemon pepper. Very black. You know, like whenever I used to DoorDash and somebody would get wings out of lemon pepper, I would always assume it's gonna be a nigga coming to get it. Like I never assume a white man was getting these lemon pepper wings.
That's funny.
Just seemed very black to me, you know. Black and mild with the wood tip, you know.
I like a wood tip.
Freaking a black person thing, like.
I only smell black and milds like if I've been drinking and somebody has one. I'm like, can I eat that?
And what's crazy is I feel like the only white folks I see that smoke black and milds are wiggers. Like I feel like regular white folks don't smoke black and milds.
I don't think I've ever seen a white person smoke I don't think I've ever seen a white person smoke them, period. But I don't be around white people like that. But IGA,
friggin' definitely seen because they put them in the hood. So like, goddamn, definitely.
Not to be confused with KJs.
Not to be
IGA specifically. If it's an IGA, that's what I mean.
Fucking hate IGA. I feel like it's dark as hell when you go in there. Pay your light bill.
And Pizza Hut.
Oh yeah, freaking! I remember fucking back when we lived in maybe Barton Village or Georgetown before, but goddamn, we used to always get freaking pizza. That was the fucking Pizza Hut.
Yeah. I remember because I would come down to your house and I was like, "There's Pizza Hut." I was like, "Okay,
got some damn pizza today, y'all.
Free dinner." But
Pizza Hut,
collard greens. I'm just kidding. I'm just saying stuff. But I don't think I've ever heard of a white person making collard greens. No, probably only ever on Top Chef or something. Yeah, but that's because they had to do it. Think,
especially like when I feel like you can name all that southern food like yams, friggin' honestly cornbread maybe even like do white folks make cornbread? Yeah. I don't know. In the comments, let us know. Do have you ever been to a white person's house and they make cornbread?
And Casamigos.
Definitely. I don't know. I feel like white folks be fucking Casamigos up too.
Really?
I feel like the white folks. But I feel like white folks do it because the black folks do it.
Okay. Trendsetters. Yes. So, it was Juneteenth previously, and there's this episode was really black.
Hey, this podcast is really black. I don't know what
That's
to say.
Fair. That's fair. But there are, weeaboos. Is that what they call them?
Weeaboos.
I don't watch a lot of anime, as some of you guys may know. But there are certain animes that I feel like most black people watch. Mm-hmm. So what do you think are some of the most popular ones with the black demographic specifically?
I think the first one I'm going to say, obviously, is Naruto. Because, goddamn, you can't tell me you don't know a nigga who was doing the fucking Naruto run. Or a nigga who don't have the fucking Akatsuki clouds on the dang t-shirt. Or some kind of Naruto merch. And I don't know. I feel like I get it, though. Because it's kind of like, first off, ninjas are just cool as shit. Like, ninjas are just cool. And then also, he didn't have a dad. Like, niggas. Niggas don't have dads.
Do you think a lot of, them watch anime, like Naruto and stuff, because it would come on, Saturday mornings, basically?
I mean, it depends, because sometimes it came on Saturday night. So, when Naruto premiered, it premiered at, Saturdays at 9 p.m. It was not a morning thing. Naruto premiered on Toonami. It came on at maybe 9, maybe 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But for instance, One Piece, I watch One Piece in the mornings. So it was, some shows were Toonami at night, some shows were Foxbox in the mornings, So
yeah, that makes sense. I always think of Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, niggas love Dragon Ball Z. The city was fucked up when Akira Toriyama died. The city was fucked up. Niggas was like, damn, we lost us a Japan nigger.
Oh, jeez.
Because, a Japicker, maybe I don't know. That's whatever. I'll leave that in. It's okay. You guys, y'all knew what I mean. I fuck with Japanese people, I watch One Piece. I'm sorry, I don't watch One Piece. I read One Piece because, I don't.
So sophisticated.
push my glasses up, question. Glasses up. But fucking yeah, Dragon Ball Z is goddamn. But I feel like I like Dragon Ball Z because I feel like it's like not like rags to riches because like Goku really don't care about money, but like he started out as like just like a dude really, but now he's like a god pretty much now. Like he literally is fighting with like little gods and stuff. And it's just like I remember when you were just a child, goddamn, slapping freaking Bulma's coochie, freaking. Now you got kids and stuff. You're a man, like. And also, I feel like he's such a hard worker. I feel it's kind of like the ideal, like what niggas like want to be. It's like because he don't care about shit but improving himself. And I feel like that's what niggas want to be. It's just like at least me personally, that's how I want to be. I want to get better by improving myself. And Goku, he training. If something is wrong, he's gonna find out how to make it better. He is, he's an inspirational dude. I mean, he might not be the best father in the world, because his children. He pretty much wasn't there. I don't know any of them. Well, I think Mike's a pretty cool dude. I think he'd be in his daughter's life. But
that's fair. That's fair. Very involved. Very involved.
But yeah, not many niggas with their daughters. It's crazy. I'm sorry, with their families. And Goku was not, but shout out Piccolo, he was there, and Piccolo black, so But yeah,
I think Attack on Titan, they're always talking about that.
Yeah, niggas love Attack on Titan, but that's just cool as shit. Like Attack on Titan is just super cool. Like, and also Eren Yeager, I feel like it's also kind of like this. Niggas I guess can relate because like he was just like y'all did my people wrong, and now I want revenge. And niggas is like, I feel like that's kind of like with Killmonger. How Killmonger was like, I'm gonna fuck white folks up because goddamn y'all was fucking niggas up.
Yeah.
And I feel like Attack on Titan is kind of like he's like, oh, y'all was fucking people up. Bet now that I'm in power, I'm gonna fuck y'all shit up. And I feel like they was like, yeah, if we was niggas, just like when fucking
reparations. When
Crystal Valentine was like, if Harriet Tubman had the fucking found a Titan, she did just what Eren did. And in fact, that's how niggas relate because they're like, yeah, goddamn, I also don't want my people to be subjugated by all other people. So I feel like a lot of this stuff is real deep. That's why the goddamn they probably don't know that while they're watching it. They probably think, oh, cool fight scene, but
but there's a bigger story.
I feel like it's really a deeper reason as to why niggas specifically really like anime. Freaking. But it is also, even besides like the deep meaning, it is cool as shit. They're good stories. A lot of the big shit has a good animation, like fucking Solo Leveling. I don't relate to that on like a deep level. I think I guess I do like a little bit, but like, it's not like something to watch. It's just like a nigga who is cool. It's like working out. I want to freaking work out to be cool, better, and stronger. But I don't like relate to that as a people, like it's just like, I want to work out, you want to work out, cool. But that shit is like, I'm going to get reparations for my whole entire race. And I feel like it's at a different level as of stuff that's just like, this is just cool looking, like, which is a valid reason to watch anime too. Cause some shit do just look cool. Like they spend so much money on fucking anime. It better look goddamn cool. This season took 2 years to come out. It better look cool as shit.
Like, what y'all been doing?
What y'all been doing for the past 2.5 years? Specifically Attack on Titan. Y'all niggas took so long to come out with that fucking shit, but I'm not gonna lie. It came out perfectly, so you guys did a good job. But I was mad as shit every time. I was like, all right, this is the final season. Final season part 2. Final season the end. Final season the end part 2. Like, what are you guys doing? Is this the end or fucking not?
They were doing that for y'all, so y'all would still have, stuff.
But hey, like I said, everything came out perfectly. It's over now. If you want to watch Attack on Titan, please do. Masterpiece. 10 out of 10. Really. Watch it 7 times. That's how good it is. Jesus. We got a staple here. You guys know every fucking episode of the show, you guys are going to get. That's right. What you been fucking with. And today I'm asking, what you been fucking with? This the mic, even though there's actually a mic over there, but
what have I been fucking with this week? Sorry. Put in the Jeopardy noise.
Is that copyrighted?
Probably.
Easily think it's copyrighted.
I'm pretty sure. I'm sure they have a sound on TikTok you can use, but I'm pretty sure. Well, I don't know because it's a business account. So.
Yeah.
But what am I fucking with this week?
I mean, want me to go first? Maybe you'll get inspired by
Yeah, I guess you can go first.
Okay. Well, I have been fucking with my job actually. And I don't really like to advocate for corporate America or for the white people, but I think my job is super cool. Like, they seem to really care about, I'm an insurance agent, I sell insurance, and I think it's super cool. Like, they actually seem to care about what you want to do, and all the manager stuff, they always ask me, what do you want to do in the future? Like, because, they want you to be there for forever. Yeah. And so they're like, in 5 years, what do you want to do? In 3 years, well, like, what's your, like, or at least where do you want to end up? What department do you want to do? Do you want to fucking do underwriting? Do you want to goddamn do insurance claims? Do you want to just sell insurance forever? Goddamn, what do you want to do? Like, 'cause you can. My manager says they have people who sell insurance for years. They all they do is just sell insurance. And it's like, I mean,
maybe they're really good salespeople.
Yeah, because you can get a lot of money from fucking bonus. Like, my job specifically doesn't do commission, but they give you so many bonuses and stuff that like you're definitely getting extra money if you're one of the top salespeople. Like, because they have competitions all the time. So if you're really consistently cranking them out, you're getting paid for it, definitely. Yeah. So, some people just stay in sales server, but I personally just don't want to be on the phones anymore. I'd love to,
more freedom.
One of my managers said it's like a job where you pretty much just go to like disaster areas and you kind of just like calculate the cost of like the, damages. And I was like, that actually sounds cool. I like to travel a lot, Yeah. I mean, it'd be mostly in disaster areas, but I mean, I don't know. I personally think that's fascinating because, like, I don't know, it reminds us that you really can't do shit against nature. Like, it's a tornado.
Nature is a force.
If a flood comes through, just leave. Yeah. You can't stop it. Just get the fuck out of there. Yeah. And that's super, like, I don't know.
That's when people in Florida stay, and I'm like, you're like, what are you doing? It's really for you to leave and then nothing happens. Niggas in Florida stay and something happens. Like,
but I feel like niggas in Florida specifically get that every year, so they're just like, you know what, I'm just gonna stay this time. Goddamn, I'm tired.
I feel like certain areas of Florida don't get like the full brunt of it.
Yeah, like with Kristen, she said she almost never has to leave and stuff. So some parts of Florida are good, but some parts are terrible. Like, if you
like Pam, she usually doesn't have to leave, but I feel like Helene hit them directly or something.
Yeah. I mean, it hit us too.
Yeah. Unprecedented.
No precedents.
But I see. Well, I have my thing now. So.
Okay. Well, what's your thing?
I'm saying Abbott Elementary,
Hey, every time I go in the room, you are watching that now.
Well, better than First 48.
No, I get it. It's for giggles instead of, Jonathan was found murdered in cold blood in his own home by crackheads who he knew since childhood. Like, damn.
Hey, man.
Since childhood?
That's the streets, man.
That is the streets.
But
don't do crack, man.
But yeah, it's one of the only shows that makes you like literally laugh out loud.
Yeah.
Like, and watching it backwards, they foreshadow so many things, and I'm like, that is so funny. Like, this is a callback to this episode, or blah blah blah. But,
yeah.
But yeah.
I love stuff like that where that's kind of why I say like Attack on Titan's at 10 out of 10, because like even though watching it again, you see stuff was foreshadowed, and I think that's so clever because like you can tell the writer had this in mind in the future, and I feel like Quinta is really good at that. She like is first off, shout out Quinta B. You really came from fucking a large, like, goddamn, you was on BuzzFeed to now you're on fucking
doing the freaking Millie Rock.
Come on, you're on one of the biggest TV shows, the biggest TV stations in the world.
Yeah.
NBC, ABC, I don't know. ABC, like, come the fuck on.
But yeah,
shout out to you. A large?
Very good, very good. But yeah, that's it.
I feel you. Well, thanks for tuning in, dudes. I appreciate you for always being here. Thanks for being with us during the interim period. I'm super excited for you guys to see what it's like when it's done. And I'm
excited to see what it looks like when it's fucking done.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm excited to see what it looks like because I honestly have no clue what it's gonna look like.
It looks like shit right now.
We'll all be fucking surprised, but we'll have the grand opening. We'll let you guys know it's gonna be super goddamn cool, and we're happy. Follow us on all the places.
Comment, subscribe.
Apple Music, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon. If you're on Audible, especially if you're on YouTube, if you're on TikTok, we appreciate you there, Follow us on TikTok, man. The Livin Room Podcast. Follow us on Instagram. The Livin Room Podcast.
I'm sure I'll put it down below.
The Livin Room Podcast. Like, everywhere we're at the Livin Room Podcast. Like, no one else has this at because we were so original and no one else had this name. I mean, they did, but fuck them because we're the best, obviously, But, anyway. Thanks, dudes.
Bye.